What's up, Matt here, MC Toolshed. It's mid-November 2021. I was at work today. I was thinking about my bike. Like I like things super perfect. I don't care if it's washed and shit, but I like to have, the throttle working nice and smooth. I like to have, my gears shifting nicely. I don't like anything being loose. And basically, my heel toe shifter was pissing me off. It was getting a little loose. And I was watching these videos, man. I was watching these videos, and started to trip me out, man, because they were talking about replacing this and that. So, all right, so this was loose. I fixed it, but I'm not gonna sit there and fix it for you over the fucking internet. But what I did do was I loosened these two bolts. That makes these more loose. Under here you got two nuts. Make sure you don't lose those. You gotta take a wrench. Then you Allen wrench up here, loosen that shit up. And then what you gotta do is back here there's a shaft. Hold that shaft. Make sure you kind of measure your. I just did it with like holding wrenches up to see how much room I had. But measure like how much distance you have here. And back to here. Sorry. Back to here, you grip it like you're using your fingers as a vice grip. You hold that shit down, and with your other hand, you're gonna take your hand and you're gonna go down here, bolt it, while your other hand is still clamping that. You bolt these in, you put some Loctite in them, your other hand is still holding it, you grip it down real nice and tight, while the whole time your hand is like basically lynching this motherfucker tight. And while you're doing that, you tighten it all up, you put your Loctite in there, and then if you're lucky, this shit will be like this instead of wobbling like a motherfucker. Because mine was pretty wobbly. It wasn't like detrimental to my safety and health, but it was. If I would have let it go any worse, it would have been bad. But, and check your nut up here to make sure that this fucker's tight. You got a bolt back here, and you got this bolt. So I make sure both of these are tight. Make sure this is tight. I probably will replace this rod eventually because I just don't like that, man. It's kind of flimsy, the stock rods on these. So, but anyway, I'm not sweating it because if it works, it works. Basically, I hope I can save somebody some money because, you place the bushings, you replace the rod, you replace the shaft, and you're going to be spending money, especially if you have somebody else look at it. So if you have any kind of nerve and you just want to, all it takes is a little bit of unbolting some shit, seeing how things work, and then, loosening, tightening, and thinking about like, okay, where was this, where was that, kind of photograph it in your mind, how shit is, and then, fix your bike, man, without paying any money for parts sometimes, or definitely not having somebody else do it for you. Because if you take a shop saying, oh, this shit is wiggly without even trying, and they're gonna charge you, especially Harley Davidson, they're gonna charge you like $125 to look at it. They're gonna sell you like $300 worth of shit, and next thing you know, something that cost you $500, I just showed you how to do it for free. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that is a basic lesson on how to keep your shit tight, and if it loosens up, how to keep it from getting stripped. You keep this fucker nice and tight with just a little give. Just doesn't need much. It has a little give, and you're good. Because my old Harley, it had like basically more hardcore parts right here. It was a 2002, but I remember how that felt. So now this is more like durable. This is more sturdy, and if I do replace these parts, eventually I'm gonna get some like old hardcore shit. But these, this and that, I mean, I'm not really thrilled about that. But hey, You know, I'm not about spending money that I don't need to spend. And I hope I saved somebody some money. If you have a loose heel toe shifter, or um, your rod, or your shaft, if it's fucking loose, man, all you gotta do is loosen, grip, tighten. It's basically as basic as that. Put some Loctite on it, and you just saved yourself a lot of money if your shit isn't stripped. And it won't be stripped if you keep up with it.